I woke up, what time is it? 7 something?
Ian woke up about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm very tired.
It's like 7 AM, early for us, and
And
yeah.
there's another boat right there, so we have to be sort of quiet because I don't think that's a family of like 4 people as well. So
Well, they'll be up early if they've got kids.
oh yeah, that's fine, great, okay, we're normal. So,
Fine.
as you might be able to see, some quite big news is about to happen, we think, we hope.
We hope. We woke up and we only have 2 subscribers left to go until we get to 10,000. So
10,000
we thought it would be fun to go live and celebrate with you, and hopefully that'll get the last 2 people to join on.
Yeah, it has been a long and difficult road to get to this point, which is why we're kind of ridiculously excited and jumpy and nervous.
Yeah, I was just looking up some stats
so I can
and...
see things.
Oh yeah, that would be helpful if we could see when we get
Because
there.
we won't know when we get there, you'll have to let us know in the comments or something.
Yeah, it is almost 1,500 days since we left Scotland. We're coming up, we're not quite at that milestone yet, but yeah, we are almost at a round number for how long we have been doing this, and now we are so close to getting to this. This target of 10,000 subscribers has been on our minds for quite a long time, and yeah, we are just so ridiculously excited to almost be there. This is wild. This is completely unplanned, and yeah, we're not very with it. Oh, we can see ourselves now, so I can stand over here and see that you can still see us.
I need to zoom in enough to be able to read comments because.
Oh, there's people here! I didn't know if anybody was
guys.
actually with us. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody. I mean, it's probably not 7 AM where you are.
Well,
but,
I don't know. Maybe it is. So who we got? We got Ross. Good to see you again, man. Anthony, nice to meet you. Who else is here? Robert is here.
John's saying, stay where you are. The weather is awful in the UK. Yeah, we really cannot complain here. French Polynesia is beautiful as always. We have just had like 10 days of stormy winds, but it's been like 30 degrees the whole time and lovely water for swimming in.
Well,
so...
lovely, except it's technically going into winter here, so we've become woosses, and so actually you can't see here, we've been diving a lot and we have been using wetsuits. It's cold in the water when you're used to it being like 30-ish degrees in the water, and now it's 27 degrees C in the water.
I know, it was so chilly going for us. Yeah, we've so much not prepared that our dive kit is still all over the cockpit because we were literally just diving yesterday and we'll probably be in the water again today because, are we allowed to give her a spoiler alert for where we are?
Yes, I think we can. So, yeah, where does everyone think we are? Everyone's...
We've just arrived in Fakarava.
Okay, so we're really close to real time right now, like really close. By the way, hi to Salty Sea Dog, hi to Tilo, good to see you again. John, good to see you. I think I already said hi to you already. And I don't read, is that Ukrainian or Russian? There's someone else is here and I can't read your name. I'm sorry because I don't speak that language. I can't read the alphabet. Cyrillic. You used to do Cyrillic.
What? No, let's not call that.
Let's not go there. Alright, anyway, we're really close to real time right now, which means you've probably seen the episode where we've just sailed into Fakarava. That's this fairly large atoll, in our world anyway, of islands, and we head into the north of the island, and we're going to show you around there. And literally straight after that, we've come to the south of the island, so we're not spoiling too much to say we're still in Fakarava.
Still in Fakarava, but I think as we said in the episode, the north was like the taster, the introduction. We saw a couple of sharks, but this is the South Pass is really where it's at for shark diving. It just so happens that this week is Shark Week. I think yesterday was the first day, and we are absolutely in the right place because this is the South Pass anchorage, and so diving with sharks is like all we're gonna do this week.
Constant.
And I cannot wait to share these videos with you because the footage we're getting is just insane.
I think so. You've probably got the sense we've dived quite a lot. Not as much as many people, but quite a lot. And we were diving yesterday, and I put it, I want to say, in the top 10 dives we've ever done. So we filmed it, and we will film more of it and show you all of that excitement. But it's wild.
Yeah, a lot of people that we chat to here said like they came and did the dive and it was the best dive we've ever done. So I feel bad for saying it was in the top 10. But for some of the dives that we have done in the Red Sea and in the Maldives and wreck diving and all sorts of things, yeah, this is up there. It was mind blowing. And like halfway through the dive, we were like, well, we're doing this one plenty of times again.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, Anthony, I'm sorry, it's a spoiler. We did say spoiler alert. We can't pick graphics up to kind of alert people and flash signs at you, but yeah, it was worth it. It's Shark Week. We got to tell you about Shark Week.
Yeah.
I'm also enjoying. Apparently, Ross has a Belgian friend who declared that Cyrillic is the OG. So we're behind the times. Apparently, we've learned some Cyrillic.
Well, that's not new, is it?
No,
for us to be behind the times.
It's quite concerning. So, whoa, we got another one.
Oh, okay, we are one to go. I was just thinking everyone who's here watching the live is clearly already subscribed because our numbers
But
not
you're
going
already
up.
high,
And we're
right?
just going to stick around until we get that last person. So you're stuck with us all day.
So close. So we're 9999, which I'm starting to sound like I work on QVC, the selling channel. 5 minutes only, we're bringing the price down. It's free to subscribe. But no, this, I've already
For
said.
the older members of the audience, it is free to subscribe. We have had some old ladies.
Someone asked that. Someone asked us, you should really clarify that it doesn't cost anything to hit the subscribe button. It's totally free.
It
In
doesn't.
fact,
It's YouTube.
you can even become a patron for free, which a
You
lot of people don't
can.
know, and we didn't know. We were really confused. We were watching Patreon one day, like catching up with everyone, chatting back and forth, and it was like, but we don't have that many people in the kind of patron family. And we started looking at, who are these people? And they'd all been sitting there in this sort of free category that we didn't know about. So we're really sorry if you were a free patron. And we weren't sending you anything to say hi or thank you or even acknowledging your existence. So we hopefully fixed that, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you can be a sub, you can be a patron, or you can just enjoy. It didn't go very well. Someone's just downgraded.
We just lost a subscriber. We're back down to 998. Maybe someone really wanted to be the number 10,000 and so they left and they're going to come back. This could go really badly wrong if our number actually goes down.
Well, yeah, I like that. Someone's asking how we get internet. I hope it holds out, because last time we did a live, it was pretty choppy. Also, if we're miles away or anything, let us know, because I did the camera all the way back there. SV Nuke Mojo, who I believe is splashing in like 4 days on your boat, which is super exciting.
Oh, that's awesome.
I do like the comment that the sharks ever say, yay, people week. I think they say that every time you jump in, and they probably say
Yes.
more like people week or lunch.
Oh, have a little nibble.
Exactly. They're quite inquisitive in this part of the world, so
Yes.
I don't
Yes,
know.
they
If
are very interested.
yeah, did we post the video of the photo of that one that like circled the mooring ball when I was down there? If not, it'll be on
No.
socials.
You
shortly.
can jump in again in a minute and see.
That's true. Literally had to like fend a shark off because it was so interested. I was holding on to a mooring chain, like a chain to the seabed, holding it behind my back and just sort of standing next to it in a very funny way. And this shark came in and circled me, so I kind of chased it round because I was really nervous. And it got so close that the camera basically bumped its nose, not on purpose. And you know, holding it on not a very long selfie stick, and it was like, okay, this is good. You can go away now. And just as I turned, its buddy came up behind it towards me, so I just shot to the surface like a wimp.
And time to leave.
Exactly. We're back to 9999.
Thank you, whoever just rectified the other person's poor decision in leaving
Terrible
this
decision in life.
incredibly professional production.
And if you're here, let us know that that was you, because you can gain. Oh wait, hang on. I unsubscribed and resubscribed.
You're so mean!
What are you doing, man or woman? It doesn't say. Oh, what the solid what is that?
Solid Caucasian Express.
Oh, I'm not sure if I like you or
Yeah,
not.
nobody else do that. We don't want to play that game.
Someone else did. Hang on.
This is so backfiring.
Why are we doing this?
Everybody wants to wait and be 10, but it just means that everyone's going to leave and wait for someone else to come.
I'm wondering if was that you, Mojo? I feel like that's the kind of thing you would do. I honestly do think that's the kind of thing you would do.
Oh dear.
Ooh, I'm here from FEMA Region 10.
FEMA Region
FEMA.
10.
Where's FEMA Region 10? I'm so uneducated, it's not.
I know.
We'll have to look that up. But, okay. Hi!
That's lovely that you're here.
I told you we're out of touch. So, if that's a pop culture reference, that's how out of touch we are. If that is a geography reference, it's concerning for us, let's be honest. We should
Well,
probably
as long as it's not like next door, we've got time to learn about it when we
That's
get there
true. So,
eventually.
so this place is, in fact, I looked this up the other day. It's a World UNESCO site, simply because of the sharks.
Yeah.
So it's quite protected in that respect, but it's not FEMA, unless FEMA also declared it something.
What could FEMA? What does FEMA stand for?
FEMA. I've heard the name FEMA. I don't know what it means. I know FEMA is a thing. Somebody help me, please help me. You all have Google in front of you. We haven't jumped on the lap. I don't want to cheat.
Oh my goodness. Graham is on vacation in Turkey and is joined from beside the
No.
pool. Thanks, Graham.
Graham.
Hi, kids, if you're swimming.
Yes. Well, no doubt. Man, Graham, you're crazy. Okay,
Oh,
actually, on
yes.
which point, Graham, next week's episode, in fact, this week's Patreon episode, so you might have seen it, is basically for you. So, thank you, and I hope you enjoy it.
Yes, that was a very, very specific call out, and we can only apologise because it.
That was on the. If you've watched already, you know. You know. if you haven't watched already, thank you, and I'm sorry.
We had a lot of fun making it.
Yeah, I get what you're into. I understand it a little bit more.
And for anyone who's not seen it yet, then yeah, you'll find out, I guess. Oh my goodness! We did it!
Guys!
I missed the 10,000. We went straight to 10,001.
Look! Oh, wait, the feed's still there. You're there! Look, there you are! Wait, somebody zoomed in a funny way. Look at the number! Yes!
10,000!
You guys are amazing!
Oh my goodness, this is unreal. Thank you all so much for being here and for joining with us. Who can believe this many people want to see us just fooling around and being idiots?
You're all crazy. You're idiots.
This is absolutely wild. We need our party hats on. It was Ian's birthday back in March and I bought him party hats and I kept some for every occasion. Ta-da! We're celebrating now.
Can I throw that one overboard quickly?
It's all the colours to bring out your eyes. Look how happy he is.
You realise you do this for you. It's not true, she does it for herself. What we do have, however, is, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but we have managed to celebrate quite a few big occasions with these bottles of bubbly. The first one, actually...
Yeah, I've got them here. So last year we bought 3 bottles of whatever child-sized...
We're just here for Bri. That's absolutely true. We know that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we bought 3 bottles of bubbly. One for going through the Panama Canal, and we wrote on the lid of it that we went through. I think that was the 4th of March 2023.
Weirdo.
Yep, have a weird brain. And then one for making landfall after our Pacific crossing, which I think when we arrived felt like we needed more than just some fizzy apple. But we have kept the little cagey things. We're so not grown-ups, I don't even know what you call these, but we've kept these on board.
I think they're cages, aren't they? Cork cages?
Our third one is for reaching 10k on our channel.
Whoa, I'm just excited. It went by itself.
At least it didn't go on the laptop.
Does that mean it's going off?
Well,
This is basically just, I think Americans call it cider. Anyone in Britain would think that's something else. This is just fizzy apple juice. So we're very grown up.
And it's 7 a.m. and I've just brushed my teeth and I really don't want to drink this.
Is that off? This should be fine.
Well, how badly wrong can it go? If it's gone off, surely that just means it is actually cider.
Yeah.
That's got quite a head on it.
So if you have something to celebrate with, subject to time zones, drink responsibly, please join us in what I suppose is the toast.
Graham asking what's in the bottle. We've just said that, and he's also just mocking you, saying you can't wear a party hat with a man bun. We could put it right on the back over the man bun. There you go. I think it looks lovely. You're doing great. Can I have a bit more?
Should I put it at some jaunty angle?
Beautiful.
This is very fizzy juice.
It's very fizzy juice. We're going to get really a massive sugar high this early in the morning.
Did I not have this once before and just burp incessantly afterwards?
Yeah, Panama Canal. It'd been a long day. We'd been up since 4 a.m. and Ian was like, oh, screw the glass. I'm just going to drink straight from the bottle.
Oh, that's very kind of you. You're cool people and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for that.
Thank
Seriously,
you.
you're very kind.
It's so cool having you all here to celebrate, because otherwise we'd just be on a boat in the middle of nowhere on our own at 7 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, this makes it real having you all here with us. So thank you.
I know we said it earlier, but this has been something of a mission for us. It really has.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't set out to be a huge channel, okay? So just you understand that isn't like the big goal in life. However, there gets to a point when we started growing, we're like, you know what? I think we'll feel like a real channel when we make it to 10,000 subs, because until then you kind of feel like you're just playing, being a bit amateurish about it all, which is kind of what we do.
Yeah, that part's not going to change.
If you haven't noticed, certainly it's not going to change. But you know, it felt weird. People saying, "Oh, what is it you're doing while you're sailing?" Like, "Oh, you know, we kind of do that YouTube thing also." Whereas now it feels like we're going to be a bit more deliberate, which I'm very excited to see what happens in our world next. In fact, before we drink, I'm going to show you. This is how geeky we were about it. I might have to hold this up quite close. I'm just going to scroll so I can see what we're showing you. I got carried away on the 3D printer. So YouTube don't make a big deal out of 10,000, which is kind of sad for us.
For us, it's like a really big deal, and we're really proud of ourselves for reaching here. But YouTube don't care.
They don't care. And you know those big channels all had those fancy things on the back where it's like a platinum
golden play button.
Well, I decided we deserved a plastic play button. So I don't know if this will show up very well on camera.
We're slightly delayed, so you just hold it there for a second and then I'll direct you.
I think it's going to be...
Yeah, if you hold it at a
Pretty
slight
close.
angle.
Slight angle?
You can't really make out the writing.
Okay,
you
so
kind of can.
so essentially we made this up ourselves. It says presented to by ourselves, Red Seas, ourselves, for passing 10,000 subscribers and a little YouTube logo and a little YouTube badge. And we thought that was just a bit cheesy and fun. So we're going to proudly display this.
Yeah, we're going to have to
somewhere
find
in
a
the
space
open.
for this.
So
obviously.
I present to you.
Wow! Oh my goodness! Thank you so much! 10K! I'm presenting to you on behalf of YouTube and all of your 10,000 subscribers. Congratulations on reaching 10K.
Thank you, rightly deserved. So yeah, thank you all, because technically you got us this. Although,
Yeah, I know. Like, just
I don't know.
imagine that. Without any of you guys, it would still just be two of us on the camera. Maybe we would have subscribed ourselves and we'd have
maybe all these subscribers are just YouTube taking pity on us, and all of you guys are just some AI bot telling us you're there. What's the Turing test for comments? Oh man, 100K would be wild.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
yeah.
Imagine that. That's tomorrow's goal.
That's smart, exactly. So there you go, our cheesiest self-awarded award. Everyone deserves an award, right? Isn't that the new thing?
Participation ribbon.
There it is.
I was a primary school teacher. That's what everybody gets. It's like, oh, you tried? Have
Good
a bit
for you.
of shiny sellotape to stick on your t-shirt.
Well done for participating.
Well done for participating. We actually were here. Cheers. Oh, it's fizzier than I was expecting and does not go well with mint. Later on, this might be a little bit nicer.
Feels weird in my tongue. Yeah, so there you have it. We've made it to 10K. We're going to keep this short because you know us, we'll talk for like 4 hours if we don't otherwise.
And if the trend from earlier continues, we'll soon be back below 10K again, and we don't want to be here for that.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, to be fair, I'm going to say, if you have a question, type it now, but hold. Type. Okay. 3, 2, 1, send it and we'll answer them all in one go. And this will be good because no one's going to send a question and be like, oh, I guess we've answered everything then.
Someone suggested that if we have a hole in the hull in the side of the boat, we can use our plaque to patch it up.
That's a great idea. We could just slowly build Indy into some tribute to this wild adventure.
We did see a 3D printed boat at the Southampton Boat Show last year,
We
so
did.
it is possible.
It can be done. It was a 3D printed one, which looked a bit like a glorified tender. And then
Yeah.
the other one that was really cool was the wooden carved one.
Oh, that was amazing.
Somebody had literally taken every piece of wood they'd ever found. There was like chopping boards and guitars and
Yeah.
like little wooden ships that had been sculpted and sanded into the hull. It looked incredible. It
Yeah,
really did.
it was amazing. Well, everything on a boat has to have two purposes.
Ah, yeah,
There's
dual
not much
function.
space, so
There
you
you go.
can't have something that only does one thing. So there we go. That's a secondary function.
Might make a better chopping board. All right. Well, none of you sent
Cool.
questions, which is a good thing because it means you're all just as tired as I am. So I think what we'll do is, before we fall back down below 10,000, heartfelt thank you, honestly, to all of you.
Absolutely.
Whether you're on this at real time or watching later. It's cheesy and I'm going to all get teary-eyed, but it's because you're here that we're doing this in some ways. Like
It really is.
we were chatting to somebody on a boat last night and they said, you know, why do you do YouTube in the first place? And we always say the same thing. We do it because if we didn't, you wouldn't believe. You wouldn't believe the stories of the stupid things we get up to. And so to have you guys kind of following along, keeping us in check, sometimes correcting us when we get it really wrong,
Yeah.
and supporting us when we get it really, really wrong. Thank you, honestly.
Yeah, it absolutely means the world. I know that we say that a lot, that we wouldn't be here without you, but that is absolutely true. This adventure would have stopped a long time ago. And when we get to places like this, and we get to dive with sharks, and we get to see these beautiful islands, it's, you know, it makes all of the journey to get here worthwhile, and it means that we would never have seen this if it wasn't for you guys.
Yeah.
We would not have made it to this place if you hadn't joined along on our journey. So thank you to every single one of you, because it really does mean everything.
The guys from Kuma have joined and celebrated with us.
Oh,
Cheers.
Kuma,
Joe and
hi.
Randy, you guys are legends. So, this is eking out a little bit, I'm sorry about that. You saw we did our appeal for the Carriacou and Union Islands and the Hurricane Beryl.
Yeah.
We sent that out at the start of the episode. And the guys on Kuma are also busy putting together supplies and resources to take down there. They're just further north at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
So it's great to have you guys here. Thank you very much, and thank you for what you're doing. And yeah, it just shows the number of boats that are getting things together to be helpful. It's
Yeah.
a great testimony to cruising communities and sailors all around. So yeah, you guys are welcome. you have a sort of whip round going as well. So if you want to throw that in the comments so everyone can see it, feel free. Because yeah, we want as much help going in that direction as possible. So yeah, thank you very much for that. And there is a question. Someone did get their question, and it wasn't on the countdown, but we'll give you it. Oh, 2 questions. More questions. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna be here a while.
Yeah, one is what's of love going to Grenada. I have reached out to them to ask. I have yet to hear back from them. It's the kind of thing that we thought as well. They're the charity that give out personal solar lights in the aftermath after emergencies. So we were in St. Vincent with them a couple of years ago after the volcano erupted and giving out lights there. Amazing charity doing something incredibly practical. Yes, we have one somewhere.
No,
I
I
don't
think
have
we gave
one.
it to somebody.
Oh, okay, well that makes sense. So we can't show you the kind of thing that we.
It's really cool. It's a little compact light, and as I say, Brownie flew down after the volcano and handed out these little solar powered lights, and they made such a difference. Like hearing the stories from the people who have them, it's seriously, you don't realize how effective it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're waiting to hear back.
So yeah, they may be going, but yeah, there's a massive network of cruisers. A lot of people fled down to Trinidad, so a lot of people are now getting things in Trinidad and taking them back up. It's so early in the season that a lot of people haven't actually come down from the north yet. So Kuma and others are in BVI or USVI, and they're getting stuff ready and heading down from there. So everybody's kind of flooding into the area and doing what they can, and yeah, it's amazing to see.
Yeah, and then so Mojo chased up Lots of Love as well, lots of love, Brooks as well. So that's great. Thank you, because yeah, I imagine a little bit of encouragement from the world will always help them move forward. Also, they have to fund all these lights. That's one of the things they do. So it's not always that easy to mobilize that quickly, but they try their best.
Yeah.
The other questions that came in, somebody asked about the engines. Salty Sea Dog was asking, how are the engines holding out, and any advice to a yacht owner? Get a bigger bank account. Don't do YouTube. Engines are incredible.
Yeah.
I think that's an easy one to answer. They have been rock solid. We have put them through their paces now.
Yes.
Like the journey here alone, we had to motor a fair bit, and just before, was it that journey where you got hit with that horrible storm?
Yeah, last week's episode when we were coming down from Rangaroa to the Blind Pass and just had this completely unforecasted storm, which whenever we meet people here and they're like, oh man, where were you for that awful storm? We were anchored and it was terrible. And we're like, yeah, we were out sailing, and everyone's jaws just dropped.
As bits flew off the boat in every direction, it was quite spectacular. So you've seen some of the repair works for that. There's still a bit more to do, but we'll get on to that later.
But when we had to put the sails away and had to motor for like 16 hours in 45 knot winds, it was like, oh, amazing, we've actually got 2 engines and we can do it.
Yeah, so that's been huge. So they are the same power, in answer to somebody else's question, they're the same power as what we pulled out. So we pulled out Yanmar 56 horsepower, but they were ancient, so I think a couple of the horses may have passed on. And we put in Nanny N450s, so 4 cylinders, 50 horsepower. It's pretty simple. And I mean, they push the boat around better than we've ever had it. Anchoring is kind of a doddle, it's hilarious. 2 engines make a big difference when you're anchoring, we found out.
Yeah, you can actually like hold position or turn the boat a tiny bit if you want to.
In 35 knots, which we did the other day. So they've been really, really good. So we're enjoying the engines. Somebody else had a question, I just need to check it. Where did it go? I've lost it. Oh, advice to the boat owner while we're trying to find that. Slightly further down the feed, I can't see it.
I've lost it as well.
Anyway, advice to the boat owners or people who want to buy a yacht. Yeah, jokingly, they eat money. Definitely true. We don't have a lot, so that's why some of you will have noticed that we don't always clean or repair things. You kind of find out very quickly what you need in life.
Yeah, everything is just in priority order, and then you just about get something to the top of the list, and something goes drastically wrong and
goes right up
knocks
to the top
everything else down.
So rust stains. Who cares? We'll deal with them later. And yeah, engines are amazing. Have reliable sails. Don't always believe the weather forecast.
Yeah, I think that's solid advice.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. There's so many people saying well done for reaching this weird milestone. So thank you very, very much. I don't see the other questions, so I'm really sorry if we missed it. If we've not answered it, you can send it again quickly.
We can jump in the comments afterwards and we'll go through and see if we missed anything and comment there. And if you're watching this and it's not real time, you can add a question at the bottom and comment, and we will definitely be there to celebrate, because this is going to go on all day now. What
printer do we have? Yeah, I'm going to try them quickly because I feel guilty asking. Oh, there it is. What printer do we have? We have a really cheap one. It's an Ender 3 version 2.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's basically just the baseline one they make. But it works. It does pretty much everything we need it to. It takes a bit of time. It's a bit slow compared to the new ones, but it works. Yeah. Our main problem is actually keeping filament dry, because filament likes to absorb moisture from the air, and there's quite a lot of that. So we go through quite a lot of what are they called again? Those gel
Silica.
packs. Silica gel packs go in the bag, and we wrap it shut. We don't have one of those fancy dehydrators or anything like that stuff. But it's worked. It's printed quite a few parts in the boat. And then the other one I saw coming in was to do with internet. What do you think? Where is Inmarsat? Yeah, we're not using Inmarsat for good reason, as you seem to know, I think, from your comment. It's funny, we were asked this the other day, and out here, what was you reckon, like 60% of the boats?
Yeah, I think so. I would say 60% of the boats that we see here in French Polynesia have, forgotten the name of it,
Starlink.
have Starlink on board. So
Starlink, not a sponsor, I win.
only like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we would not have been able to really come to French Polynesia, certainly not for more than the initial 3-month visa, because we just wouldn't be able to get internet here to be able to upload videos. So we would, come to somewhere off grid, film about it, and then we would have to go back to a village or back to Tahiti to get Wi-Fi or to get data on our phones to be able to then sit with it uploading for ages. And being able to be out here for like 6 months at a time and constantly uploading and doing this from this kind of location has completely changed how this adventure would have looked for us 2 years ago if we had come then.
Oh, absolutely. Even talking to sailors who've been through this part of the world, they can't get their heads around it. Like some good friends and good patrons and good subscribers and friends, followers have got in touch to be like, that's unimaginable from their experience only a couple of years ago. There is the risk if you are thinking about getting Starlink. There's always the risk that they change the rules with very little notice. So
yes, they do that a lot.
Yeah, so there's the kind of, at the moment I think even the Caribbean is currently kind of threatened that they're going to start shutting down areas. And technically right now we're in an unsupported area. So I'm watching the email in case it comes in. Because essentially they could shut us down overnight and we wouldn't know until we woke up. So if there's not an episode 1 week, we'd maybe died, or we maybe just don't have internet, which is as good as dead.
It's kind of 50-50 really with us, isn't it? It's like, either could be true.
Pretty much. But yeah, so Starlink, it means unlimited data, which is why we're able to stream. So
yeah, it works very well.
There you go. The longer I answer questions, the more people will have time to write them. Is your cat 47 feet?
No, your catamaran is 47 feet.
It is.
That is correct. Do you see many sub 40 cats in your travels? That's a really good question.
That's the kind of question that somebody asks when they're looking at boats. And I like looking at boats. I would say, well, I'm going to keep talking a lot.
I would say not very many. I think we do see a couple of 38, 39s, but they stand out.
Yeah, they stand out as the smaller boats. In terms of cats, this is also specific.
Yes.
In terms of cats, they stand out as not being as common. Most people went for a baseline 42 cat, 42 feet, more in the 45. I guess the argument there is a bit more living space, sure, but also just taking on larger seas, it gives you that little bit more confidence in the bigger waves in the middle of nowhere.
That's why we set our baseline at, well, a Leopard 47 was the only model of boat we looked at, but the main reason for that was for the waterline, because we knew that we wanted to do longer passages, and so we knew that we wanted to have that slight more comfort.
More comfort, more stability, and arguably more speed, because generally speaking, the longer the boat, the faster it can go. That's not 100% true, but in monos, mixed bag, I would say we 45 to 52 is quite common. Yeah. But you do come across boats. You're like, man, how did you get here? We've come across people in 28 foots.
Yeah.
Which
we've done a Pacific crossing.
I've done a Pacific crossing.
That's wild.
Usually solo.
Yeah.
Not a lot of space between it.
No space for crew.
And they'll be in this tiny little boat. In comparison to the boats around, it feels like they're in a bathtub. So it does exist. People have achieved it in all sorts of business.
I think that's what we've seen since coming here is that before we lived on a boat, we thought, oh, everyone who lives on a boat is having that same experience. And then actually, now that we live on a boat, you see people who are just on it for a charter vacation, who are just doing it for a week. You see people who have taken a year off from work and they buy a boat that is ready to go. It's not ideally what they want, but it lets them do it for a year. And then you see people who are out there on absolute shoestring budget, who are just about making it work and bailing constantly. But everyone is out here getting to live it in some form.
Yeah, well, I mean, case in point, you have what we're on, as you all know, is kind of glued together with duct tape and prayers. And then this is a family boat on an older cat, so it probably, I imagine, value-wise, slightly less than us. I don't know. We've never revalued the boat after you've done work.
Yeah.
And right behind that is probably about $1 million catamaran.
Yeah, it's like a 60-foot sunreef, is it?
Yeah, 60-foot sunreef, which is in grey. You might see in the background. And then right next door to that is overlooking Hunter Mono, I guess.
Yeah.
Which will be like less than a quarter of the price. So
I love it that like the sort of the phrase that everybody says is, you know, you sit on your boat and you watch the sunset, everybody's getting the same $1 million view. It doesn't matter what kind of boat you're sitting on. If you've all made it to the same place, you're getting the same experience. We are all going to go diving with sharks today.
it's actually quite fun when you meet people who are on these crazy expensive boats, because they are, for the most part, everyone is out there for the same adventure. Everyone's out there to have fun.
Yeah.
And so you can meet someone who's on this incredible like hotel on the water.
Yeah.
And you can hang out at the bar and just your feet are in the sand and you're having a chat about the last anchorage you went to, or the pass you did, or the storm you weathered.
Yeah.
Nobody really sits there and boasts about their boat. In fact, everyone just loves sharing the stories of like
when
this
something went wrong.
Oh mate, let me tell you when I did it even dumber. It's not worse. It's I did something even stupider than you. So it's quite a wonderful reversal of what the kind of corporate world often does, which is that one-upping. It's totally a oh, don't you worry, I'm more of an idiot than you are.
And we are so good at winning that game.
Whether or not we wish to. Yeah. Hi from Quebec. Oh no way! We were actually hanging out with some people from Quebec just 2 days ago.
Yeah, we were.
They had a bit of a trial coming into Anchor, so we ended up.
Yeah, this is a difficult anchorage. It's like a lot of old rocks and dead coral on the bottom, and they got spectacularly stuck with their anchors. So we spent the morning kind of jumping on board and helping them.
2 hours, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
A long time, like free diving, trying to free this giant lump of coral off their anchor, on board, lifting and directing the helm what to do.
Yeah,
it was a
all
circus.
bilingually. It was a lot of sign language. It was fun, but
not to insult you in Montreal. However, French and Quebecian. They are not the same thing. Like, no matter what you say, they are not the same.
But also, like, we can speak a bit of French, but when you're in like a high stress situation where it's like, oh, they're drifting towards our boat, let's help them out.
Yeah.
All language goes out the window.
Totally. Boomies, Captain.
Captain Boomies, hiya.
See ya. Thank you for coming in. I know I don't know what time it is with you actually.
I think most people are at a relatively civilized hour, unless you're coming from Australia and you wake at like 4 a.m. and that's crazy.
You are crazy.
Most people will actually have had a day by now. It's just us who are like bleary-eyed going, oh, what day is it?
After this I'm going back to bed. So, so yes, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Boomies. You're a legend. Yeah, we need to talk actually. I've got something to chat to you about. That reminds me. I'll get in touch. Okay, I think, are we almost there?
Here's somebody who met us in Annapolis. Hi!
No!
Meryl. Are we going this
Meryl,
year?
Yes, I remember you. How you doing? Are you coming this year? Are we going this year?
I guess we can.
All right,
Tell
we get it to
people now.
10,000, big announcement. We're actually going to hold this back for patrons. So if you're here, you're hearing it first as well. Sorry, we normally give you advance notice. We are very, very pleased to say that one of our brand partners, iNav for You, have invited us to join them at Annapolis.
So we're gonna be
we're
there!
going to go to Annapolis again. So if you haven't been, book your tickets. Trust me, it's hilariously fun. It's exhausting also. If you have been, you need to book your tickets because you know what it's like. It sells out fast. And if you're already going,
We'll
make
see
sure
you
you
there.
find us there. We are blown away, and that was what I was going to chat to you about, Denise. I'm going to catch you there. We're going to make it to your podcast because last year you invited us very generously to be on your podcast at the boat show, and I woke up and sounded like this, and I thought that would be a really bad show, so we didn't show up.
But that was at the end of our like 6-week-long world tour where we had been all around the UK, and then ended at Annapolis. This year we're just going to Annapolis and then
Laser
coming back
focused.
here. So we're going to be sparkly bright.
Oh, fresh as
We're going to
daisy.
have all of the energy in the world.
What's the time zone difference for the jet lag?
Oh, it's going to not even be that much. 2 days, 5 hours?
I'm struggling to wake up at 7.
Okay, there's no hope.
Can I do the night shift? So, yes, we will see you there, Annapolis 2024.
4.
It is
Yes,
24.
We know what year it is. Anyway, I think we should end it there because we're getting delirious.
I know,
and
I'm sorry.
maybe this has fermented.
That's not funny. Alright guys, I know that some of you have just joined in. You can scroll back and watch from the beginning. Hi Dave. And we'll see you at 20,000. And you'll see us this Sunday, I guess.
That sounds like we're going to get to 20,000 this Sunday. I love that idea. Let's aim for that.
Well, I was saying,
Everybody goes and tells a friend.
in that process, we just lost the sub. We're back to 10,000. But that's fine. We're still at the threshold. We're going to cut it before we go way past. So everyone tell a friend. And this time next week we'll be at 20 and we'll do this all again. And maybe we'll get more drunk. Because apparently this isn't apple juice.
Oh my goodness. Right. Cheers, everybody. You have to go and awkwardly lean around the camera to hit
I
stop.
do.
And
So
I'm
bring a
going to
little smile in the
stand
freeze
here.
frame.
If you didn't see it, we wrote a little parody song about trying to reach 10k,
Oh, yes.
and we have another couple coming up to celebrate. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And
Thank you for the hearts, guys.
enjoy the madness and the mayhem.
Okay, you're gonna see like unbrushed teeth. I'm gonna get in here and stop this now. Thank you all so much. You're amazing.
Cheers to 10k!
Where's the stop button?